details. And with that, I'd be glad to take a few questions. Kristen.
John, thank you. Former President Obama warned then President-elect Trump against hiring Mike Flynn as his national security advisor. Why did he ignore that warning?
Well, the president doesn't disclose details of meetings that he has, which in this case was an hour-long meeting, but it's true that President Obama made it known that he wasn't exactly a fan of General Flynn's, which is frankly shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, that given that General Flynn had worked for President Obama, was an outspoken critic of President Obama's shortcomings, specifically as it related to his lack of strategy confronting ISIS and other threats around that were facing America. So the question that you have to ask yourself really is, if President Obama was truly concerned about General Flynn, why didn't he suspend General Flynn's security clearance, which they had just reapproved months earlier? Additionally, why did the Obama administration let Flynn go to Russia for a paid speaking engagement and receive a fee? I mean, there were steps that they could have taken that, if that was truly a concern more than just a person that had bad blood.
And I want to follow up on a couple of points because you raised the security clearance. But before that, if a sitting president raises the name of one individual, why wouldn't that give the president-elect pause? I understand what you're saying, the caveats about the fact that he campaigned against Hillary Clinton, etc. But wouldn't that give the incoming president pause?
Well, I think I don't know that I agree with your characterization. He made it clear that he wasn't a fan of his, and I don't think that should have come as a surprise, considering the role that General Flynn played in the campaign, criticizing his.
Didn't give him any pause at all.
No, I think if you know what we knew at the time, which is that the security clearance that he had been reapproved in April of that year, and they took, not only did they reapprove it, but then they took no steps to suspend it. So the question has to be, what did they do if they had real concerns beyond just not having, not liking him for some of the comments that he made?
It's our understanding, and if you could clarify this, did Mike Flynn not need upgraded security clearance in order to serve as the National Security Advisor?
Oh, he'd been head of the Defense Intelligence Agency. That's the same.
You vetted him as well, correct?
That's the same clearance that the security clearance. We went over this a while ago. It's the same clearance at any level. Once you get it, you get it. For the time that you had, he had his reinvestigation in April of 2016, and the Obama administration took no steps. Not only did they reaffirm that security clearance, they took no steps to suspend it or take any other action.
But did you not vet him yourselves?
Well, you don't vet on a security clearance. That's why you get a security clearance. Everyone in the government goes through the same process. So the answer is that that same process worked for General Flynn as it did for me or for anyone else who works here. There's no difference of a security clearance once it's issued. Zeke.
Thanks, Sean. You said a few minutes ago